little shiny right there. Just like,
look, all of your fingers fit on my forehead because my forehead
because it's a forehead.
No, it's a 5 head.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Hello.
Hi.
This is my sister.
How are you? Hello, sister.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
You guys look like sisters.
Braids. It's so cute.
They're twists.
Oh, I see them.
Do you see that? Okay.
All right. So
Wow.
what is our plan? We're doing the Zodiac stuff, right?
So we had the Zodiac stuff, but if you want, we can film the sister episode and then we can just do the Zodiac one afterwards. It's not a big deal.
But it doesn't matter. She's like, "Can I do the Zodiac thing?" And I'm like,
"Oh yeah."
She like called Mom and woke her up after I woke her up this morning. And I was like, "Mom, I know you said 6 a.m., but do you like have a minute?" And she was like, half asleep. And then so she told me 6:02. And then she gets here this morning and she's like, "I want to do it too." And then calls Mom. Was it 6:51 for me? And
it was 6:51 because I remember
so crazy.
Like she had said that to me.
I was like, Mom said she was going back to sleep, but she's
ago.
like, "It's fine."
Okay, so get the link out of the top bit there. Okay. Because I put my chart there right below the link.
And I added a couple other links on there because I found some other things too. Oh, look at you.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that Women's Health Mag thing. I found like some other birth chart thing.
That's perfect. That one's actually perfect. I deleted my link. So use your link. Because that one's really good. It gives you your chart right away, and then it also has a super in-depth like explanation of all the moon signs, all the horoscopes, like all of the signs and everything. So I would focus highly on your sun and your moon at first. So we'll just kind of focus on that, and like the rest we can kind of like digest towards the end of the episode.
I know nothing about this. I just added mine on there so you could see mine.
Perfect.
And it's like I don't know what any of it means. Nothing.
Oh, whoa, you're so tight.
What does that mean?
Wow.
Oh, like you're like over here and over there.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you're just really solidified and you're just really yourself, I guess.
Did you hear what she said? She's like, "Oh, you're a tightwad." I'm like,
hey, tight isn't always bad, okay?
It's right. It's right. No, don't go there. Don't go there. Like, no, like censor at some point on here.
I didn't say anything.
Gosh. I started it. I started it.
Close down. Okay.
I started it. It's my fault. It's my fault.
Oh, quit. Okay. All right. So
it's good. It's good stuff there.
It's you like going and like what?
Not the jellyfish or aliens.
Oh yeah, don't give me that's our next episode.
I was like scrolling through and I'm like, jellyfish, like what is happening? Like
I like to surprise you with the topics. It's like my favorite part. You like have no idea sometimes what we're even going on about.
No idea. Oh, okay. All right. So what are we doing? Ooh. I don't know what we're doing.
Okay, so did your sister do the chart as well?
No, you did not. Let's do the chart.
Okay.
Let's just okay.
Wow, you are just like boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that is crazy.
I don't know what any of that means, though. Let's do.
Well, we're gonna figure it out together.
Okay, you're this, and you're this, and you're this one. Okay.
And I actually
you were here, right?
Yeah, you were also there. You should know this.
But
what
I
do you mean?
Okay, look.
My sister wasn't born where I was born. I was born in New York,
but she was at the hospital when I was born. You think you was
I was like,
but I was like 7. Yeah, I was like 2. Yeah,
I remember holding you in the hospital
7
room
is cognitive.
With your little hat on, but I can't remember if it was Nashville or Dixon.
It was Nashville.
Okay, we're just gonna go with that. gonna.
I don't know if it'll change that much of the
No,
moon sign
I'm
because
more
they would be in
spread
the
out.
You're
same
more spread
phase.
out.
Yeah.
Are they?
So yeah,
okay.
so I'm gonna add. Happy. I'm gonna add hers.
Perfect. To the spread.
Right
To
there.
the spread.
Okay, so
Oh my God,
you're,
they're so
you're our
large.
guru. Like you're interpreting these things. So
Okay, so let's start.
I
Oh,
really
wow.
am
Maybe-
like way just like right there, and you guys are like
Yeah.
there.
You know what's
She's
so
more
funny is I'm
evenly
interested to see if she's a Sagittarius because look at her bow and arrow right there. You can literally see it.
I'm just gonna nod along like I know what that means. Like,
Okay.
do you know what you are?
Yeah, Sagittarius.
Oh, you are? You oh, look at you, like knowing stuff. Just like, oh, I can read your charts. Like, I feel like we're not gonna need a disclaimer for you. Like on our Enneagram episode, I'm like, disclaimer, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm not an expert.
I feel like you know a
Okay,
lot
well,
more.
well, welcome to the Two Victorious podcast. We have a special guest today. We're gonna do our horoscopes today, and we have Tori's sister. Introduce
This is
yourself.
Tippa, or does anyone call you Tiffany? Tiffany. I call her Tippa.
Actually, no. A lot of people don't call me Tiffany.
Yeah, because it's Tippa's better. Because I chose. Well, no, I
My,
chose both actually.
my new nickname at work though is Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Italy. I like that. Well, I go by Vicky because I don't know if you know, but we happen to have the same name, me and your sister, which is so weird. But in the same way,
it's the thing.
it's so great to see us do all of our personality tests and all of our enneagrams, and I feel like we couldn't be different of people, but at the same
Definitely.
time, we're like
Right.
so similar
But
in
we,
so many
but
ways.
we totally work. Like
Absolutely.
we work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so we just put together our charts and I'll have Tori and Post kind of like put them on the screen for you guys.
Yep.
Because I don't do that stuff. Tori does that. Tori does all that. Not me. Okay, so we're gonna focus heavily today on your astrological sign is usually your sun and your moon, right? Think of yourself as like the best version of yourself, the hidden part of yourself, the part of yourself you can't control, right? Like kind of like it's rooted in you.
Mm-hmm.
If you know that person,
Yeah.
that person you're like, do I love that part of myself? But it's like still there, and you know it's gonna happen, and you know it's gonna come out. So your sun relates to your sense of self, which speaks to your vitality levels, how you your outward presence to the world. It's like your best, like you would want to be friends with this person, right? Like you are what you're putting out into the energy you're sending forth, right? So think of like a lot of this astrological stuff is very like energy based, very like spiritual based, very like manifestation mixed with like purpose, right? So it's a lot of like witchy stuff in a sense. But in a weird way, it's also like science. So it's like a mix, right?
Yeah.
Because we're looking at the exact time you were born, what moon is it in what phase, what day of the year, part of the year, all of that affects like your birth. A lot of people love to like act like it makes a huge difference, but like I don't, it does. It's weird. It's like, that shouldn't matter, right? You're like convinced it shouldn't matter. But then when you start reading some of this, you're like, oh no, it matters. So within your birth chart, you're going to see your sun functions as a beacon of light. It's your darkest line. So if you look at both of our charts, it's usually blue or red. Mine's blue for sure, mixed with Tori's. Yours is so tiny.
I don't even know what we're looking at.
So see the darkest line? Do you see like how I just blew up Tori's and it's like the darkest blue line?
Oh yeah.
So that's So if you look, Tori, did you get it should tell you when you did it, it should tell you like a little chart below that says moon, sun, like Mercury sign, like all of that, like in a little scrolly. So mine is obviously Leo of House 5. Didn't know if you guys knew.
Like, I don't know what all the. Oh, there we go. Oh,
okay. Mine had a little scrolly Did yours have a
Okay.
little
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
scrolly?
Well, yeah, I saw like
Okay.
there's like a little chart on the side, and then I
Yeah.
clicked on it, and it like went down to the bottom
Click
and
on
said,
mine.
"Oh, okay." With
Right.
the thing. Oh,
It's
No,
interesting
you-
because
Yeah.
and this is really
Okay.
interesting that you're doing it with your sister because me and my sister are 2 years and a day apart. And I was born at 11 p.m. So I almost was a distant twin of my sister. We almost had the same birthday.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Like if my mom would have just held out for another hour or so. So and then my moon sign is Sagittarius. So that's probably why me and your sister have, or me and Tiffany have very similar attributes.
Yeah.
Because
So
her sun sign is Sagittarius.
is Sagittarius.
Right?
Yeah. So my sun is Capricorn and my moon is Pisces.
Perfect.
Hers
So what we're
is
gonna do is if you
Taurus.
scroll down, you can see that your moon sign relates to your emotional world, part of your personality that is normally hidden. It's part of you that you like, that part of you that you're like, oh, this girl, this other part of me is about to come out. You know, your alter ego is about to like come to the
Oh,
surface.
okay.
So my we talk about the houses, but that gets a little like complicated.
A lot. Yeah.
Because I'm house 5. What are you, house of your first sign?
Oh, okay. So my first sign is Capricorn for the house.
Does it say a number next to it?
Oh, number what? Yeah.
It's to say position and then house.
Oh,
Because
wait.
that makes a difference of like, so you can be a Leo, but like a Leo house 8.
Is this
I'm
it?
a Leo house 5. It's like the part of the circle that it associates with.
I don't know. I don't
Let's look.
know.
What part of the circle is your Pisces touching? It looks like it's like 10 or 11. Right? It's like in this quadrant right here on the, like all your whole quadrant.
All my stuff's all
like,
to one side.
it's all in 10
It's
and
like
11.
I
All
don't
of
know
your
because
signs
like
are there.
on the
Why are they all in the same spot? Okay,
I
let's
don't-
look into 10 and is it 11?
yeah, because
It's
so like
11. Yeah.
down on okay, so like this little list, if I clicked like
Yeah.
details and it
Yeah.
like gives me like this whole little list down here under houses and it's okay, just under this.
Did you click on it? Because I can click on the one that says houses and that says 10. The 10th house is rules over career path recognition, role in society, overall life success is where
Okay, so
you.
my number 10 says, wait, your number 10. Okay. All this is
No.
confusing. Wait, what?
It is very confusing.
It's very confusing.
Okay.
So like, okay, do you have this little, I'm gonna like send you this and you tell me if this is what, oh,
Okay. What yours looks like versus what
Yeah.
mine looks like.
yeah, yeah. So I've got like this little listy thing and I'm gonna add that to our little document so you can see what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Not there. This one. Okay.
Like I see your little thing.
And a little thing. Okay, so this is what I got. Do you have
Oh,
that?
yes, that number on the right there is your house. So see how all yours are like an 11 and 12?
Oh, uh-huh.
So the position it kind of matters. So
Okay.
if you look, I have where the fuck is the print screen?
Oh, there's an app called the Snip and Sketch. That's what I use. And then you can just like do like just like a area of your screen.
That's smart. That's smart. Okay, so I'll just show you.
Like all this is like so confusing with this little chart of stuff. There's like
Okay.
oh
Yeah.
So I
hey,
have like,
there we
so
go.
right here, I have, do you see this? So like, this is the moons. This explains all of the moons.
Yeah.
And really, we're just focusing right now on the sun and the moon because everything else gets a little complicated.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, it's not that serious. But your sun and your moon are pretty serious. Those are the truest parts of yourself. Who you present to everyone, and then the person you kind of keep hidden, but is like more of your best friend if you think of it that way. Like think of it as like knowing yourself. And it's like in its purity, right? Like, you know what you think. No one else knows what you think. Surprisingly enough, no one else knows what you think, even though sometimes you might say it out loud, or some people might think they know you well enough, but there's always a part of you that you keep hidden, you know?
And that's the moon.
And then as I scroll down, you can see the houses are broken down
Oh,
into
okay.
quadrants, right? Like each part of the circle is cut up into quadrants. So you're stuck. Like your thing is stuck
I'm just
in
all
10,
up in
11, and
that.
12. So
Wait,
these are
what's
your highest, like this is where your personality lies on your inside and on your outside. So you're you're a very true person, is what from your chart.
I'm true.
You're a very true person. Yes. Like you're not, yeah, like you keep yourself
Did you see what
authentic.
mine was?
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, look at this house of the invisible realm of undoing. Like, what is that? Subconscious, intuition, the unknown. Oh man, that's so interesting. So you aren't are you a Saturn in here? You do have a Saturn in here.
Like, how do you know all this
Look,
stuff?
Saturn is an 11 because you're just lining them up, right? So like look at your numbers, and your Saturn moon is in house 11.
Okay.
So that means that like your Saturn moon speaks to your sense of responsibility. So what you would feel like your duty lies, or where you feel loyal to, like, you know, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And if you look at your chart, it's all up in that 11 and 12. Like
all
you're
up in there.
in the 11 and 12. So,
crazy.
because right, like, so you're like, and you have a lot in 1 as well. What is 1? I'm not, see, the houses are all kind of new to me. The house of self rules over appearance, identity, overall approach of life.
Oh, that,
Yeah,
like, I feel like that relates to like the personality test and the Enneagram test, because it's like a number 4. It was like all about like the individualist and like all that kind of stuff. Like, did you take that? I don't know if you took that. I know you took the personality test. Yeah, but I don't think you took the Enneagram one. We're gonna do that next.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. So your main moon sign, right? We're looking at what is that one? What is your sun and moon?
I
Why
think
can't I
yours was
read
Pisces.
Wow.
Pisces, correct. Okay. So let's go down to, I'll keep scrolling down and you'll see. So here's me, Leo.
Yep.
And Sagittarius is here. Sagittarius is here. And then our Pisces babies are right here. So your ruling planets are Jupiter and Neptune. So that's very interesting. See, I don't know a lot about other astrological signs. I just really know about mine because I'm a Leo and I only really care about myself anyways. But okay, so Jupiter and Neptune. Let's see. Okay, so Neptune is a sign that determines your taste of music, art, and other cultural forms of expression, as well as blind spots you might experience in life, which shares your entire with your entire generation. That's so interesting.
Oh.
That is so interesting. It can be positive or negative, but I think your art and music, your creativity is there. I think you have that. And then it was Jupiter and Neptune, right? Was that correct?
I think
Jupiter,
so.
yeah.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So your Jupiter sign depicts overall philosophy on life, your luck and abundance, your social planet, your morals, how you interact with society as a large. You do have a really great, your outward appearance has a very, I don't want to call it kosher, but you have a very, you have a very good like presence, and you care about that.
I feel like I'm getting a reading right now.
Right.
It's like reading your palm. Like I'm reading like your sign and like explaining, kind of like what, we didn't have to go through a test, normally that's what that test is just doing. They're just determining how you answer questions to determine like how your personality would be.
So crazy.
Yeah, very crazy. Are you lucky? Do you feel like you're lucky?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like in the grand scheme of life, I feel like I've been pretty lucky. I mean, like with the hubby and,
Yeah.
our house situation, just like
Yeah.
being able to like have this flexibility with like work, that I mean,
Right.
yes, that I'm like putting in effort to do that, but at the same time, like
Right.
it's
Right.
I feel really grateful for being able to like be in that position to be able to do
Right.
what I'm doing right now. So I mean,
Right.
it very easily could have gone the opposite direction and be like, struggling to pay this and that and like being stuck, somewhere I don't want to
Yeah.
be and stuff
Yeah, but
like
even
that.
with that
So
statement, you're like your ability to learn, grow, being optimistic, hardworking, like those things have led you to a place that comfortability, that sense of you have appreciation for it too, which I think is like a big part of this is that like the more energy you put out is the only thing that's going to come back. So if you're putting out all this negative energy, only negative energy is going to come back to you. So it's like you're putting out all this positive energy of like hardworking and, you know, who you want to be as a person and like, you're not even like shallow about it. Like you are genuine about it because where your moons lie, there is no, like, it's just you, it's not this like persona of
feeling
you
pretty
that you're
good
like,
about myself right about now.
Right?
Thank you. I feel like I needed that. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Tiff, because I'm trying to think, I think, what else does it say here? It says dreamy, adaptable, sensitive, artistic.
Yeah, that's
All those things. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that sounds about right, right?
yeah.
All right. So so interesting. Let's go on to tips because Sagittarius is my moon sign.
She just said her favorite planet is Jupiter.
It is. I did a project on Jupiter when I
Weird.
was in school.
Weird.
And I made a whole thing and then there's 16 moons all around
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
The
And
giant
they're
red
all
spot.
orbiting it.
Oh,
Well, and
look,
it's weird
loud.
because yep. So altruistic. Are you,
Oh,
you have
yeah.
that willingness to put others first before yourself. You're willing to do things for other people that maybe you wouldn't be expecting anything back.
Mhm.
You're the kind of friend that's like, no, I'll get it. I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'll do it for you.
It's like
No,
you,
no
you
need.
need my
Like, I'm
birthday
not.
money to help you pay for this bill
Yes.
here. Yeah, that's her.
Yes.
That's
Yep. So you're very altruistic. You have a loud, opinionative attitude, which isn't always a bad thing. Some people appreciate that.
Some people don't know.
want some people need
loud.
that friend. No, some people need that friend.
Yeah.
Some people need someone who's going to be realistic and tell you how it is and not be afraid to speak up. A lot of friends hold back. A lot of
Yeah.
people have that introvertedness of not being able to be loud and opinionated because of fear. And you don't have that.
Right.
You're also optimistic and worldly. So that means you do see the positive in things. Even if you are being opinionative, it's for a positive outcome. It's not for a negative outcome.
Yeah.
You.
I know.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
All right, let me see her moon sign because
Okay.
I have
This
just
is the one I
see.
was stressing about because my
Yeah.
moon sign
I'm gonna grab
is a
her.
Taurus.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the part of it you're definitely hiding.
Okay, so I'm
So
gonna.
Do you know who else is a Taurus?
Oh, please don't say.
I'm not going to say because we're
Thinking
On the internet.
positive.
on the internet. Can I use this pen on this paper? Or are you going to yell at me if I do that?
No, just don't write on my arm again. I'm still trying to get it off.
Look,
Okay.
That's
she,
my sister too.
she was on
See,
my
that's-
live stream
the
on
younger sister.
she was on my live stream on like Friday, and then
Uh-huh.
she just like reaches over and just writes down my arm, and it still won't come off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I put hers on there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, you're also 5. See, that's so interesting. You're quadrant 5, but your moon sign is also a Taurus. Okay, so this is also very interesting. So let's go back up to quadrant 5 because I want to look at this one too. This is mine as well. 5th house. Creative self-expression, inner child. Ooh, casual dating. What does that mean? Ooh,
Casual
interessante.
well.
So if this is your Venus house, you will express fortune, many pleasures in life. Okay, so yours is Taurus. So we're going to come down to Taurus. And so we're looking at Venus. Oh, it is your Venus. That is so interesting. Okay, so that means that this house will express fortune and many pleasures in life. So do you read dirty books too? I swear you probably do.
I mean, I have in the past, but I don't
She
read a
doesn't
lot.
read as
I
much
don't,
as
I
I
don't
would like her
want to
to.
No,
talk
but
to
you.
read.
I would like her to read more.
I would
But
love
I
to read
see
more.
pleasure, so pleasure seeking classy. So that's to me like Great Gatsby, but I want to indulge a little. I want to feel like Hollywood, but also have like I want to feel like I'm sipping a cocktail, but like by a fireplace, kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in a classy way. You know what I mean? But you're
Hardworking,
careful.
right there. Hardworking.
Yeah,
That's
desirable.
probably
So
like
you
her big
have things
one.
that motivate you. Yeah, you have things that motivate you. But are you ashamed of being hardworking? Is that bringing you down a little bit? Are you feeling overwhelmed at all, or
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah.
a
Like she
little bit?
called
Fun
me.
fact,
feels
had a
like the
mental breakdown in the Walmart parking lot last week.
Yeah,
Oh, well, listen,
yeah.
everyone deserves a little mental breakdown. I feel like we need to stop shaming mental breakdowns. You
Yeah,
deserve
well,
one,
Sometimes it's like
A
a
good
good
cry.
reset. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you just reset. You
It
get
was.
it out and you
Yeah.
move on and
Let
you
it flow.
yeah.
But see,
Yeah.
that's the thing is like get it out, like expel it. Don't let it build up because if this is your moon sign, like that kind of hardworking part of yourself, like and it might coincide really well because of your altruism. Um like you're hardworking for other people, don't forget to do it for yourself too. If you're always trying to put other people first, you're gonna let yourself down in the process, and then you're gonna like shame yourself for not putting yourself first, or you're also gonna feel like guilty for that. And don't do that.
Don't
You
do
would
that.
benefit from not doing that.
Don't do that.
I'll do my best.
I know it's hard, and I know
It
that's
is
not
hard.
an easy statement.
I'm a mom of two, so it's
I know.
hard.
And number two,
Yes, but
just
you
hit the
deserve
desk.
a you day too. Like you deserve a you day, even if it's
Yeah.
just to go into Tori's without your kids, or it's
Yeah, just
Yeah,
dropping
we
the
did
kids
that
off.
on
we-
Saturday.
We did Friday.
What day
Okay,
is
good.
it?
Today's Sunday. Yeah, she came over here, did the live stream with me on Friday, and then we
Good.
hung out with the hubby for a little bit, and then we went for a
Okay.
swim,
Yeah.
and it was fun.
Aw,
Yeah, it
that
was
sounds
fun.
great.
I feel
So
like you needed that.
Don't feel guilty for that. Don't feel
Yeah.
guilty for that. You deserve it. Okay.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
You
You're
deserve
welcome.
it. You
I love
do.
you.
You're hardworking and altruistic. You put others first. Like, Okay, so that coincides really well in transitioning to my sign.
Yep. What you got?
Not all of this stuff. Take that off. I'm over her, baby. So I am the sun. I burn the brightest. Unfortunately, it burns really, really hard. So it has to do with the fact that like I'm constantly aware, but it also comes off as very arrogant in a lot of ways. Or I think that the way that Leos that have sun signs definitely become known as the like cocky slash like I don't know, it gets like a negative antidote to it, unfortunately, sometimes because it becomes this like, oh, you're a narcissist. And I'm like, man, like 2% of Americans are narcissists. Okay. Like it's a very low percentage. Like, and that means like your brain doesn't process the right way. Just being confident and proud of who you are and knowing really being self-aware of who you are and not being afraid to like let it shine isn't necessarily, narcissism. But I would say I have tendencies due to these personality with my personality being a commander mixed with a sun sign of a Leo. I mean, that's asking a lot, that's a lot. But I'm in the house 5 as well, which is so interesting. I'm in 5 and then 8. So we didn't do 8 yet. So let's look. So my moon sign is Sagittarius, but my house sign is 5 for Sagittarius. So I have that same thing. I'm very loud. I am very opinionated, but I'm also I'm not ashamed of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to tell you how it is, and you're just going to have to deal with it because I am definitely optimistic. I'm not pessimistic. I am worldly because I love to travel and I love to get I love to experience things. I like to, I kind of mix worldly with like knowledge in a sense too, like being able to expose yourself to new things and not just being like in your own little bubble. A lot of people love their little perfect little bubble that they live in, or their little religious bubble, or their little like Republican bubble, or like, and I'm over here like, let me just digest all of the things and then maybe I'll find my own path in the world.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. The attention sinking, but yet giving on the Leo sign is really like, it's almost like I'm only like where you're altruistic in a positive way. It's like I'm altruistic because I want someone to tell me how great I am about being altruistic. Like, oh my God, it's so great. And I'm like, yes, I know. Okay, so let's see. House 8 is transformative, deep intimacy. Ooh.
Oh.
And other people's money. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Interesting. I don't know. It just says other people's money. I don't know. That's not hitting anywhere for me, but I mean,
well,
my husband's money's nice.
You do have a wedding planning business where you're
That is
essentially
true.
managing other people's money for their
Yeah.
things,
And like budgeting and helping them.
Yeah.
That is true. I do become weirdly in charge of, like, even last night's wedding, like there was something with the caterer and I was like figuring that out. And then like there was something with the bar and I was like, well, I'll just go to the store. And then I was like, oh no, I was like, they already bought the stuff that they want. They don't want to add any more to the bill. They've already got, I already kind of knew what they wanted. So
Yeah.
I guess that makes a little bit of sense for sure. I mean, I do love my husband's money. That's nice. But besides that, but yeah, that's so interesting. Cause what is Sagittarius's Venus? Jupiter, right? Okay, Jupiter. So back up to Jupiter. That was that social planet. Yeah, I mean, see, that's like my battery. Like, I feel like I do have that. Like, I need a recharge sometimes. Like, other people's energies, like, give me life, if that makes sense. I have a lot of like, and maybe that's just the attention seeking part of like my moon and my sun, just kind of like, hey, you really need to be around other people because other people make you happy, but making other people happy makes you happy. It like kind of does this, like, I do this kind of like teeter thing, right? It's like one thing affects the other. My sister was just telling me, we were talking the other day, and she was like, oh, you mean that people pleasy part of yourself? That part of yourself you really can't control, and you just keep, doing things for other people just to maybe get some validation. I'm like, okay, stop. Okay, stop.
Yeah. It can be a real issue.
It's like, you're going to be like that 16 personality quiz coming for me. Hacking me with questions, knowing I'm going to answer, But so yeah, I feel like you can do a deeper dive into every part of your I mean of your chart, because each house means something, and every time your line crosses into one of the other houses, you're gonna see that. Like, so over here, 5 and 6 is big for Tiffany. And I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm all over the place besides where Tori's at.
I'm just like
Tori's
shoved over to one
the
side.
rest of my circle. Tori's
I complete you.
Right. You complete me. It's so funny because I would love to do my husband's because it would just be so interesting, and maybe I'd learn more about him if I dived kind of into his chart a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I love this stuff. I think this is like where science meets fiction. And that's my sci-fi part of my brain that is just like obsessed with using something that exists in the world science-wise, like the moon, the stars, the planets, when you were born. Like, those are all just facts of science, right? Like, you being born was just like a thing. But this is like, hey, how can we learn about ourselves and do something to maybe better ourselves or just become more self-aware? I mean, I'm already pretty self-aware, and maybe that's why I'm into this, but because I feel like for my whole life, me and my sister, right, we're 2 years and a day apart, and when we do the sisters episode, you're gonna be like, wow, you guys are exactly the same person, but like me and Tori, we're like totally different. Like me and my sister are totally different. So I'd love to see her moon sign too. Like I would love to see her chart. But you would think because we were born very similar time of year that we would be that it would be like really similar, but just based off the time of year, day, hour of the day, when the so it's so interesting because like I was 11 o'clock at night. When was yours, Tori?
So mine was like 6:02 and hers was 6:51.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, both in the morning.
Similar times of day. Interesting.
And like I was January and she's December.
That's so weird because look at also how you guys are all in that quadrant 11, 12. Like even Tiffany has a lot in that quadrant as well. So it's very, very interesting. And then look at your quadrants 7 and 8 are flopped with Tiff's or with Tori's 5 and 6. That's so interesting.
So
I don't know, I feel like I could do
what's that one? Oh, I think I can write on the screen. Hang on, where's the
Yeah, go ahead.
Here we go. Okay, so what was this guy here? What's that?
Hold on.
What does that
I don't
mean?
know how to get to that. Where's the screen? I'm not on the right screen now.
Oh no, come back. Come back.
Uh-huh.
I can see your screen. Like
you can still see mine?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So like that.
Where did I? Oh. Okay. So this guy right here, I see. I'm like,
what does that mean? Just like
okay. So this
random
guy right
little
here,
guy.
That's your only Leo sign.
Oh.
Your only Leo sign is in your 7 and 8, which is exactly my Leo sign.
Oh,
is an 8.
That's so crazy because
But then Tiff's is the same as well. If you look, Tiff's is exactly the same vertical there. But
I only have one.
Yeah, what's her little random thing over here by itself?
This is a Taurus.
That guy.
Oh, the Taurus, that's her Taurus.
Which is also my moon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting? Because you would think she would have more, but she's actually got more with you because her Leo sign's over here in quadrant 1.
It's so crazy.
Isn't that weird?
I feel like you could just like go deeper and deeper and deeper into all of this, like never ending.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Stuff. We're just surface layering the time of year
over here.
Everything.
Yeah, what she's saying.
Oh, no.
I just find that really interesting. You guys both have the same angle on that. That's so interesting.
Sorry.
That's so interesting. That's why I'm like really interested to maybe see my sisters.
It's so bizarre that I'm so squished over here. Like all my lines are just all squished.
You're so you don't ever venture. Like you're never distracted. Like you don't
lies. All lies.
It's a different kind of distraction.
No, in who you are. Like maybe in like life, but like
we're not talking about in the glitter.
Yes, not in like
in the essence.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. That. Yeah, you definitely have a real good true sense of self, but
I love how mine looks.
I don't know.
Yeah, yours looks like a bow and arrow. That's like pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, that's your Sagittarius for sure. Because that's what's drawing you out here. Look, that's your Taurus is your hidden self, and your Sagittarius is over here. You actually have, hold on. You actually have, oh no, go. I want to go here. Yours is in yours is in the 9th sector, or is it the 8th? It was the 8th. That's so interesting. And that one.
Yeah, see, I've never really dove much into this.
Yeah, I've always just known I'm a Capricorn and that's it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, our neighbors,
that's all I know.
They read more into it. They don't like fully, but I actually did a painting for them because he's a Gemini and she is a Leo. And me and her
those vibe
are
really well, actually.
So it's funny because my wife, she's a Capricorn, and her and him, who's a Gemini, they are practically the same person. And me and Trinity, she's the Leo, we're practically the same person.
It's crazy.
I bet her moon sign's a Sagittarius.
Oh, you got to make them take this.
Yeah, I do.
Well, let's look at the Capricorn one too, because that wasn't like that strong on yours, Tori, but it's still you. You know, you are still a Capricorn. Like you are born of it. Let me look on your sign real quick. What is the symbol for Capricorn? Is it that one?
It's
is it like a goat thing?
I don't remember.
No.
Oh no, I don't have any Capricorn on my list.
Right there.
Is it? I thought it was that one with the little thing.
No, that's your list. This is my list. Okay, it's the little with the thing in the little circle. What? That's it.
I know, but you didn't.
I
know.
make
it look like that.
It's
this one.
Oh, that's so tiny.
So
Hang
tiny.
on. Let me see if I can find it. It's wait, where's it at? Where's my Capricorn?
It's all right there. Yours and mine is all pretty much.
Oh, okay. That's it right there. That little guy.
It's like it's the little N. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, because that's where you really do have most of your. I mean, look how many you got coming in here. You've got like both your moons over. I mean, yeah, you've got a lot of stuff going on over here. So let's see.
Yeah. So
Your
if it's
Capricorn,
like this list where it's like the planets and then it shows like the sign next to the planet, like Sun, Mercury, Venus, Neptune, all of those are Capricorns for me.
Yeah, you have a Saturn ruling planet.
Let me see.
So that's really interesting. And that's so weird that you align with your Capricorn side so deeply, because look at like how your whole that quadrant right there is 1 and 12, right? We talked about that already, right? We talked about your 1 being your appearance, identity, overall approach of life. Now you aren't Mercury. You are.
No.
What was your Saturn? Was that what it was? No, yeah, Saturn. So you're Saturn. So let's go up to Saturn. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Speaks to your sense of responsibility. You know, I bet that ties a lot to like being an older sibling at an older age. But you were an older sibling at an older age. So you felt that sense of responsibility not put on you, but you felt like that role fell well with your personality. It just fell really well with because I never felt that way, really. I never felt like an older sibling in a sense. Like I just felt like I grew up with a best friend, right? We were only 2 years apart. I mean,
yeah, that was not.
No, I would arguably say she's more adult than I am. But how you deal with personal boundaries, establishing rules, your limitations. You have a strong connection to duty.
She's laughing because yes,
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being crazy. Nothing wrong with being crazy.
Yeah, I love that. Persevere in life and build something meaningful that stands the test of time. How many times have like Kevin has said something about me spending so much time working on projects, and I'm like, my response is, I'm building an empire here. Like every time, that is my response. I'm building an empire.
But that's the sense of duty. That's that sense of duty. So, and that really does go well with that sense overall approach of life. Like you hold that tight to yourself. And then 12 was against your subconscious, the unknown, secret enemies. That's so interesting.
Oh wait, and then it said that said if Saturn is what?
Oh yes, is very strong sensitivity. Yeah, you were there. You feel like, you know, it's weird because I like doesn't that you would think that would come more to the commander side of things, but it's more like you just want to have good self-worth tied to your hard work. in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was.
So let's see. You're also committed, driven, overachieving, overachieving, caring, but efficient. So that's really interesting because overachieving mixed with efficiency means that like you're working at 100% capacity, but you're doing it really, really well, where others might fall short. Like you're definitely like, you're either right where you need to be, or you might just be like, might be close to tipping over, but then sometimes you give yourself a break like you have been with your, you know, with your quarterly breaks and stuff. That was really good self-awareness to tell yourself, like, if I want to keep being the best version of myself and keep committed to this thing that I've set forth, then I'm gonna need to take a break once in a while, because if not, I'm gonna get burnt out. I think that's why a lot of people who do like YouTube or I'm sorry. Go ahead. Talk.
She said, whose idea was that? Did you tell me what to do?
I did.